Zero Dawn like really late in game, and then you'll discover the meaning and significance of that.
This actually looks like I'll enjoy it. It makes me think a little bit like
The loading screen noise is like really nice as well. Like sometimes I've like loaded the game, like not actually this far, but like left it on the main menu screen, and then I'm like, I need to play that, but I'm scrolling Facebook, but the music's so pleasant and relaxing. Whereas like I loved Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, but their intro screen, the music's a bit too like raggy too quickly. It's not like actually raggy music, it's just really loud and punchy.
Yeah.
Is that a way you can describe music? It is now.
I mean, it's punchy, definitely.
And I was like, no, I can't just ignore this for a minute. I think I actually took to like muting it while it was on the loading screen.
I mute some of them, yeah.
But I think this game loads faster than Assassin's Creed as well. Assassin's Creed took 2.5 to 3 minutes to actually go from opening your PlayStation to clicking the button to clicking, because it takes ages to register all the DLC. It like checks for it every time or something annoying. And then you actually click load file. So, the DLC you can play alongside the main story. So far, there hasn't actually been anything that would be considered spoilery. So this entire area is the DLC stuff, like this entire like blob of the map. So this part is where it used to be like cut off for the main game, but you actually go to the Grave Hoard in the main story. So I already had a fast travel point here. That fast travel point and above is all new. But like the world is huge, so this is the main game. It's like all of this shit.
Like campfires you've made where you can fast travel.
Yeah, and there's still fuckloads that I haven't been to, like the greyed out ones I haven't been to yet, so I can't fast travel to them. But I've got most of them, and you can toggle like what's visible on the map and stuff, which is handy, but not necessary unless you're hunting the last collectible. But yeah, and you can buy collectible maps. So for example, in the DLC, one of the collectibles is Blue Gleam, which is just literally crystals, and Pigments, which is paint. So if you go to a certain vendor and you just pay, it's like a hilariously small amount of money, and also like a random animal like skin or something, you can then get. Did I actually fast travel where I wanted? What do you mean? Oh, that's just her like neutral stance. You don't have to beat the game, but you have to almost beat the game to get the armor I'm wearing. I have a health shield and I love it so much. That's why she's sparkling pretty. So like I basically have double the health that I would otherwise. So I have just helped 3 random adventurers get some pieces to pay back this dude. So I'm going to speak to him and see what he says.
Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. Hey, do you know those 3 crazy Manuka calling themselves the Shattered Hearts now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole.
I don't know.
Me a favor. Old O'Toole is
Trying
a
to be more
machine
dynamic, I think.
scavenger. A pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
I don't see what's wrong with the traditional paintings.
Song there is too quiet at the best of times. I might actually miss those lunatics.
So I'm actually screwing around doing side quests instead of continuing the main quest, because the side quests give you rewards, and once I beat the main quest and I've just got the side quests to do, it's almost pointless to be like, oh, now I've got a rocket launcher against nothing.
Oh, I almost did it again.
Oh, I think I've chugged all of mine. You get loot crates, which aren't loot crates because you don't pay cash money for them, but they're actually quite cool. So like, for example, my reward from him was an extraordinary reward box, which gave me a weapon coil, which you can then stick on a weapon, but I'm not actually sure. Okay.
Obviously, I have no idea what's going on. There's so much going on. I can't wait to learn very much so
I didn't think you'd like it, but I don't know.
You know, I'm always like, I'm always willing to try stuff, but like, this actually looks, you wouldn't think I would like it, but I can really get into stuff like this. Like, it makes me think a lot of Fallout, it also makes me think a lot of
Better than Fallout. Fight me.
Just anything like that. I'm gonna. In fact, it has Bethesda make this.
Don't know. The box is over there. I don't know who made this. It's not really relevant to my enjoyment of the game. I'm just seeing if they've got any crap to sell. They've got Elder Scrolls 6 is in the making, has been for ages though. I think its release date's like 2022 or something annoyingly far away. Don't know, depends if it's trash or not. Who is it?
It's Guerrilla Games, which are kind of cool.
I don't know what they do.
And there's Sony Interactive Entertainment, and then I think, Oh, this looks so cool. I really want to play it. Makes me think of Hellblade so much, but like a bigger Hellblade. I enjoyed that world so much.
I haven't played Hellblade and I'm pretty sure I'd hate it. Hang on, is that the actual quest that I want to do? Yes. The only annoying thing about the DLC is it doesn't have a separate quest section for DLC quests. So all of the DLC quests, even the main DLC quest, goes into side quests. And like, it's such a minor niggle, but it's enough to piss me off because there's loads of space on the screen under tutorial where they could put another tab saying DLC quests. Or the Frozen Wilds quests. So... It's either thunder or like a helicopter, not sure which. You can also hunt like normal animals like rabbits and deer, not deer, rabbits and boar and foxes, and killing them gives you meat which you can turn into health potions, and it also, they have a chance to drop their skin or their bones, and you can use those to upgrade your ammo pouches to hold more like bows and arrows.
Yeah.
Bows and arrows, just arrows.
In fact, I'm not even going to respond. I'll just let you talk. Because I'm interested, but like, I'll play it at some point. I do want to play it. I don't mind so much.
Okay. I'm fast traveling to another camp. I was going to show you a monster. So these are tramplers. They're essentially bulls. They're in the main game as well. They're watchers. You get small meerkat things, which aren't really watchers at all. In this world, in this DLC, instead of having like corrupted, you have demonic, and there's basically big like snake towers which heal nearby enemies. But you can override them and like stop them doing that. But annoyingly, overriding the tower doesn't like let you control over the monsters. It's just the pattern on the land. I was confused by that as well, but this bit's just got really colourful shit. Like, I'm right next to it. I could just put my counter on it.
I'm guilty of like stuff like this. Like, I don't look like I do, but I love like Northern tribes or like Elven tribes, things like that. You know, I'm a big fat hippie, so it's so nice to see people out old thin people, these out people.
Yeah, I think that's what I don't really want to get close to tramplers because they'll try and kill me. I think it's just like it's water, but it's must be like a salt plain or something.
Maybe radiation or something, or not?
No,
No Geiger counter.
I think it's just like the mineral deposits and shit. I'm not sure. It's never been explained, and it doesn't really matter. It's just the environment's a bit cooler than it needs to be. A little bit. So I'm gonna go pick up some blue gleam, which is just a collectible, but it looks pretty. But one of the things this game does better than all other games, you know how collectibles are normally pointless crap that you click just for the trophy? In this game you get actual rewards for the collectibles. The rewards are normally crap. They're just little loot boxes, but it's like even giving me like 10 pence in game currency is way better than you'd normally get from a game for doing the collectibles. Can I climb that way? Yes. Do I want to climb that way? Don't know. That video game, that isn't actually helpful, you know. Excuse me, how do I get up? So there's little slimy sections which are like Tomb Raider or Assassin's Creed. If you look at the screen for like 1 second, you'll see what I mean. You can only climb the bits that have got little chalk marks on them, which I find quite annoying. Since you're gonna what? Okay. But like, it's nice to be able to climb the environment at all, but it's also like annoying that it's not like I can just literally pick a cliff and climb it. That way. Shiny.
Better watch my fingers.
Oh, that is climbable. Get up! Up! That's fine, I'm just screwing about at the minute. It is cold, I was gonna say I could maybe shut that door. But yeah, I just really appreciate the fact that getting collectibles, there's in-game merchants that specifically collect those collectibles. So there's like a canon reason for you to bother finding them. Put them in the wash since they're filthy. I don't think so. Right, where is the... Oh, there's the pigment, I just couldn't see it. I guess I'll go that way, then get that blue gleam. Yeah, let's do that. That scrapper is fine. You can leave me alone, Monsieur Scrapper. Oh. Nothing to see here. So you can summon, when you max out the skill tree for one of them, you can summon one of the like rideable monsters. There's only 3 in the game. There's basically a cow, a horsey, and I assume like a sheep or something lame. But they all go the same speed, which isn't that much faster than walking, but it's just enough faster than walking that you can run away from hostile monsters if you don't fancy fighting them. It's not too steep, you just need to get off the animal. But yeah, the charge is basically just like a bull. Oh? Why is there a dead lanthorn here? Oh, hello. Oops. Hit my ally. Oh no, that's already mine. Well, there should be some blue gleam around here. Ow! Oh, you're not my friend now. Where is the blue gleam? Huh. Only thing with the collectibles maps, it doesn't show you exactly where the collectible is, it shows you the general area. So like that ran meter here, but the item's not actually here. It's somewhere nearby.
Let's see what this blue gleam is worth.
Yeah, I've got to find it first, but... Ah, there it is. Like that, but we'll see. Crunch. Oh, that's fine. And another minor thing that I really appreciate, there's lots of fast travel camps, so pretty much it's always worth activating them and you don't have to get right up to them to activate them. So like they're close enough that I could choose which one to use, but it's not super far to walk from one to another if you haven't found it yet. And like the second that it goes green, you can fast travel to it. So what I have actually done in the past is if I've been getting attacked by an enemy, I'll activate the campfire by walking near it, fast travel to a different campfire, and then fast travel back. Like I did that to get up a mountain once where I just couldn't figure out the way up. That was a really fast loading screen. The starting the game up's quite slow. If you go in like miles and miles across the map, it's quite slow. But like also when the PS5 comes out, it'll play all the PS4 games faster.
That's really good.
And I'm getting a PS5. But I don't know whether to try and get one from Tesco's, which I don't even trust whether they'll get one in, but they got the Switch in, so they'll probably get a PS5 in. It's so much money anyway, because of 10% off a £500 purchase, assuming that's the price. That's 50 quid, that's the price of the game. But equally,
I think I found one of the hunters.
I'd trust like Amazon or Game more to not like kick it about in the warehouse. There's lanterns, no, I watch this. What are you fighting, guys? You're literally just fighting deer and you're getting fucked. What kind of hunters do you think you are? Have you considered dropping deer? Not that. Where are the machines there? GG, easy. Cutscene implies they're competent, they're just not.
An outlander, huh? Well, who else would join me on this path I've taken?
Which path would that be?
Away from tradition. Away from the Werak. It's not so.
That's one of the new monsters, they're a Scorcher.
Damn. They need metal too. But my need is greater.
I just told the B'nai don't accept help. Is it true?
They don't. I do.
Dogs are gonna attack. What a bird. I don't like the bird enemies though, they're annoying to fight. But I can't fly. However, I can just set them on fire. And one of the nice things in this game also is the NPCs aren't completely worthless. Like, they actually will damage the enemies while fighting them, rather than just stand there and get killed.
We can take them down.
What are you looking up? Have you looked at the label on it yet? Pass me the label. Look at the label before you Google it. Because denim varies, it might not even be like real denim.
Actually, I want to look at the front. Wash separately, wash garment inside out, colour may transfer when damp, do not bleach, do not dry out, radiate, keep away from fire.
So what does it say for how to wash it?
That's all it says.
What's the logo say? Throw it at me.
Logo.
The icon on the thing, it'll have like a number inside a box.
It says 40.
Yeah, so you chuck it on the washing machine.
But then it also has a cross like that.
That means...
Triangle,
Wait, what?
iron, you're allowed
Don't-
a P with a circle, I don't know what that is, and it's
The thing with the numbers inside is what temperature you put it on in the washing machine. So you throw it in the washing machine at 40, but you then dry it on a hangery thing, like you dry all your clothes, but not on the radiator because it might shrink because of the heat. So you can cook it on 40 and get it wet, but don't put it in the tumble dryer because that'll upset it.
oh, I wouldn't put it into a dryer.
You don't have a tumble dryer for a start.
I'm just worried about how
What was I just looking at? Oh, I was gonna tidy up some bits. It'll be fine. Where did they go? If you follow the washing labels and it fucks up when you followed the washing labels, the fault is not yours. That doesn't obviously make it better when it's broken, but the washing labels are there to tell any idiot how to wash it.
wash separately.
It means don't put it in with your white frilly knickers because it might dye them blue. But if you don't care about dyeing your knickers blue, then it doesn't matter.
You not care about it?
I don't care, all of my pants are funky colours anyway.
An outlander. Chieftain of a Werak. It's stranger in the cut than I thought.
You're telling me.
You fight well. I'm Ikri.
Thank you. I'm Aloy.
Everyone's got a
I heard
stupid
the way
name, by the
Chief
way.
were missing 2 hunters. You look like you could leave if you wanted to, so...
I stayed because of the other. My Len. She snapped her leg descending the ice. bided my time keeping vigil, but now she must return to the Werak before they leave.
So you normally get like dialogue choices, like you could just click that and ignore everything she's going to tell you, and that would just continue the quest. Sometimes you'll get the like personality kind of ones, like compassionate ones, intelligent ones, or like brutal ones, but they affect the response, but they don't affect the trophies. So you could go around being really lovely or being a jerk and it wouldn't really matter.
Is joining the White Teeth so important to you?
It's one of the great Weraks of Ban-Or. Not so many great ones left now. I would go where my Lin went. I was her shadow on the snow and she was mine. To be a runner with the White Teeth was everything to her.
Also, because it outright tells you on your clothing that colour may transfer when wet, that tells you it's cheap trash, because when it's wet it will bleed.
You know this Mylan well.
Since our
That's what
knees
that
were always
means.
skinned. All my life. In a test to prove that we
What
only
brand
need
are they,
ourselves.
actually?
That was my weakness.
Oh well, the shit
Sounds
then.
like she was lucky for your weakness.
That's not the way she sees it.
What's this ordeal supposed to prove?
That we have the strength of our ancestors. That we can survive as they did. When they came in search of a homeland, some were trapped against this glacier by a snowstorm. 4 days, 4 nights. After the storm cleared, the survivors sighted a Tolnek, which led them up into Ban-Or. Well, that's the story I learned anyway.
How are you going to hand wash it though?
Mylan won't let you help her, will she? Because of the rules of this test.
You're quick as a rockfall.
No, just used to being told what's forbidden to me.
She won't allow it. Won't take the medicinal plants I found or the food. Only what she can scrape up on hands and knees. I could get close when she was delirious. But now she's learned not to let me get close.
So let's
Shame.
get her back to the Werak.
All right. I've made a splint for her leg. Medicine for the pain, but I should warn you, she won't take them willingly. The law of survival,
Tribal law shouldn't keep us apart from the ones we care for.
even if she cares more for the law.
That's not washing product, that's smelling product. Yeah, whatever, it's mum's. Because I didn't have any... Because my towels were being manky and I thought that would help. But it was just a case of they weren't getting dried long enough, I think. I'm not sure. How would you wash it by hand, though?
I will put it in the sink and I just use cold water and then add this to it, leave it to soak or whatever the word is for an hour. And then
Why are you following random internet instead of what the product exactly you have says? They go in the wash at 40 degrees.
here not to put them in.
That's if it's higher quality maybe, but that's shit quality. It's telling you on the instructions. Well, don't fuck about hand washing in our sink. The plug doesn't even fit properly, man.
Well, it's either not hard or, you know,
Put it through the washing machine. Hand washing, it won't clean things. It won't break. It's a piece of clothing. No, I'm not giving you money because you're being a coward about following the instructions on the item you've just bought.
there's literally 2 sets of instructions that go
There's not 2 sets of instructions. There is 1 set of instructions on the clothing item you have bought. It's instructions. They put them on when they like make them in the factory or whatever, and that is what you're meant to follow. And what like random website you're looking at anyway? But it's some random on the internet is less reliable than what is on the product you have purchased. Oh, I forgot where I was going. Oh, that's the same place as where I'm going, isn't it? That's more out of the way. You've already put it on your skin by trying it on anyway. If it's got the AIDS, it's gonna get you anyway.
Well, I'm not really worried about me getting it, but I'm only like, you know, I'm not going to go to the back again, but I want to clean.
So put it in the washing machine. Washing it by hand won't clean it properly. You would only wash your like silk knickers you bought from a lingerie shop by hand. And even then, everything these days goes in the washing machine. We're not living in the age where you get a like scrubbing board.
Come. Up.
And our sink is fucky and prone to clogging at the best of times. I don't want it getting that kind of shit in it. Knowing our luck, it'll flood the fucking kitchen.
That's where we're going.
This house is cursed.
The frozen flow from the Ice Father. It keeps many things, but it won't have her.
Not if
Oh,
we can
God.
help it.
Dana said it's 55 on the medium cotton wash.
More?
That
Oh,
means 40
We're lucky.
degrees.
Handholds
And-
of thawed.
Cotton is a type of clothing fabric.
So I put it in on its own and cotton wash.
It doesn't go on its own. It doesn't need to go on its own. It's only telling you that in case it stains your white clothes. And I don't have any clothes that I'm bothered about getting a bit of
Between
blue
us, we
on.
can fight the machines off before they reach her.
It's on cotton. It's on cotton
Another
40. It always
tradition
has been.
broken.
Take it from me. It gets easier the more you do it.
Because what have you got to go in the wash at the minute? All white shit. Whoops.
What can stand against?
Ah, really? I can't climb that. Annoying. Oh, there's a tiny bit there. Okay.
Scrappers! Insane air, they smell metal for miles.
Well, yeah, put it in the dark. I think it's been washed recently. And I've been not able to wear it. It went to the wash. This one's the nicest. This one's diamond. It's far too big. That's why it's more comfortable. 'Cause I hate having things tight on my neck and like my arm. And the other ones aren't too small, but they're not too big either.
This won't be easy, Aloy.
But like, if your wash is full of white things that you care about, then yeah, don't wash it with those. But like, I don't have any white things, so yeah, wash it with Simon's uniform on 40, which is exactly what you would have done anyway. But the internet just confused you. Oh, that's fine. Ooh, right. It also allows you, another cool thing in this game, you can craft ammo like on the fly. So, like, while I'm in my weapon inventory menu thing, I can I'll make more arrows. Oh crap.
Looks like it's clear.
Yeah, it's quite actiony. I don't know if you'd like that. Weapon coils. Mods. Where was I going? Ah, this lady. What's up? I rescued you from death. Don't complain. What's that? Ah, it's just a pockety bit.
I can feel her fever even in this cold. She shouldn't have been putting weight on this leg.
She is awake. Miss Outlander. You brought her here, Ikri?
You think I went to the Nora homelands to find a spear to drive between us?
I told you. The ordeal is mine, and mine alone. I will survive!
Which would you rather keep, Mylen? Your leg or your pride? Because I think you're gonna have to choose.
Finish it.
I know what you think of me. But I vowed you'd join the White Teeth. And you will.
I will go back. Alone.
Pride people.
No! Let me do this.
Please. Let her. Mylen, I hope you can forgive me someday.
I never accepted your help. It's the Werak you should ask for forgiveness.
I didn't care about the Werak.
I cared about you.
She'll understand. You saved her life.
You don't know the Banuk very well, Aloy. We have so many ways to express a grudge, and only one to accept an apology. I have to go my own way. I don't belong with them, who left her to die. And I don't belong with Ikri. I'll find a crack in this glacier, and I'll shout my grief into it. And the ice can keep it forever.
What should I tell them? The Werak.
That I fell. And that she endured. Will you?
Got one.
Whee! All the way back here. Oh, hello, headache. Please go away. Have I eaten anything yet? No, that's a lie. Oh, I've had one chicken pop thing. What you looking at now?
I think whether to delete Pinterest or get it.
You don't have to delete it. Depends how much space it takes up. Have you got a bunch of like bookmarks and shit on there that you'd lose if you deleted it? I don't know how it works. It's really difficult to navigate and just crap.
Have you tried Pinterest?
Yeah.
Why did you
I think I installed it by accident when I'd looked up a Google image result or something stupid.
Oh, I see.
And my parents have got it, Mum's got it on her phone, but she somehow
Bandits may have
managed to
wormed their
install
way
it twice by accident. And one's like her bee stuff and one's her chicken stuff. And she can't delete either because they're both separate.
Breeze through
It's
the
just
trees.
trash. It does nothing but cause distress.
Like, it looks
Mylena's
really
returned.
cool, but you can't do the same things you do on Instagram.
I expect you
but
have
just
something to
look
say
at
about
stuff.
this.
And I'm like, well, I want to like stuff or follow her.
I do.
Pointless trash.
Then convince me what an outlander's word is worth.
Trying too hard, definitely.
You put her through this ordeal. She gave up everything for your rules. She refused aid, just like you taught her. Walked back on a ruined leg. Left a friend behind. She passed the test. That's my word. Are you questioning it?
My coldness to bring forth such heat? It must be the truth you speak.
The White Teeth shall accept her.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ikri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song.
I remember hearing of Unloc's hunts when I was young.
It is a long road back to the Black Hills of our home.
Do I have any more side quests left? Yes. Can't be bothered to get that blue gleam right now when I'm not actually doing anything with it. I don't think I can.
Getting too steep to ride. The northeast edge of the cut. Unlock said I'd find the claws beneath nearby.
I feel like I should use it, but I just don't feel it's very good. These are like, oh no, not those things. Crap. I don't want to fight you, it's annoying.
Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me.
Oh, right, okay. Actually, what are they weak to? Where are they on here? This wobbly thing. Weak to freeze, right? I should use a different weapon then. Inventory. I feel like that did nothing. Weird. Fine, I'm just gonna shoot you. One, oh, that's not too bad.
The clothes beneath. Umnak wasn't lying when he said you were tough.
Just sell some more crap. Something's being annoying. Do I not pick up all the bits off this? Oh, it's more bits. Reflect, I guess.
So little worth saying.
Hey, I did.
It's
I
over.
killed the thing.
It wasn't easy, but that rock breaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though.
And you've done me a true kindness. My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. He would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned it.
I wonder which version of this Sarah has. I wonder if she's got the complete version or the regular version. Because what was it about it that actually interested you? The story part?
Sarah talking about it didn't interest me. You talking about it didn't interest me. But then seeing it has helped a lot. Like, oh, also just you talking about its story premise.
Yeah, it has actually got story to it. It's not just... Right, I feel there'll be a seller here. You'll do. Yeah, I've already got one of them, but I could buy one. And that's claiming it's better, but I'm not convinced it's actually better. I'm gonna just Google it. Horizon, are the Banuk bows better than the... what the fuck are the other ones called? Shadow, I think? Yeah. Banuk bows versus Shadow bows, there we go. Right, so the shadow bows do damage quicker, but if you can have the patience or the time... I'm talking to myself as well. Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone's watching me right now, but I'm still twittering. Basically, the Banuk bows, you can like hold the arrow and then it'll do more damage. But the bows that I've already got, you don't have to fuck about holding them, it'll still do good damage. So like these ones are better if you can be bothered to hold them, / if you get the chance to hold them. But it's like I'd rather not use my like resource that is limited to buy these right now. But then it's like, well, is the armor any good? It can't possibly be as good as the stuff that I've got. No, it isn't. But I could buy this, but it's not going to be as good as a health regen thing. Just trade in this leaving spray doing. Something hasn't happened yet. Oh, have I done all the side quests? Yes. Okay. Oh well, I'm right next to where I need to go anyway, so. They've obviously noticed in the DLC how much I was spamming using my mount to help me in fights, and loads of the places like, your mount cannot reach this location. I'm like, fuck off. Let me just play how I want to play. Oh, why are you using that crap? What's this? Ooh, actually, I don't have the right things equipped. Inventory. I wonder if I can finish this
Aloy,
DLC today.
This is it.
It's what I want to do.
My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways.
Oh, cringy.
No, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Ourea?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Carja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Carja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him, worried for him.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Carja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Huh.
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave, but you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch, a remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
It was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at High Winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks. What are we gonna find up there, Rhea?
Ruins. Machines. And a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt that Daemon has tried to hide the way.
It hasn't been easy for you, Aurea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back. Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! So you see, I too can call upon the power of the Old Ones.
What was this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of it.
Ah, fully up and just run away.
A fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. It looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here.
I think I'm gonna get them those bows and arrows. I think the internet seems to say it's just better.
The song has kept me company in your absence.
didn't think the Tallnecks still had any life.
Okay. I'm quite content playing my game, so yeah, have a nap if that's what you want.
Wind must have torn down from the mountains.
Can I afford all those? Yes. You don't have stupid work either.
It's not that, it's the fact that there's another day tomorrow, and that's like coming. Like, it's not that there's not enough time in the day for me, it's that time moves at all. And I can't just stay in one, like, well, I can't just be 4 o'clock all the time so that I can have a nap and wake up at 4, even though I went for a nap at 4. And time didn't move when I still have lots of this day. For me, it's never been that, like, time, that you run out of time in the day. For me, it's like, that time just keeps moving. So much to do, or like...
I think I know what you mean.
I feel like you're wasting your time not doing anything, I feel like you're wasting your time on a nap. Things like that. Like, I hate the fact that, like, a week can be so short when you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
So you panic, you're like, Monday, right, I must be fully accomplished, I can't just like, waste it constantly, like, like a whole week off.
I don't think it would bother me as much if I didn't have to go to stupid work and use all my life on that.
Yeah. Like, with me, I don't get to really do a lot, or like, really do a lot, or like, I haven't really spend a lot, like, you know, if I can just take games all the time at work, I don't have money for it. So, like, me having all this time off is actually, like, quite useless. Not that I'm going to work, I'm not going to go into work, but, like, you know, if you had it, you'd not need money.
I don't tend to spend money though, even when I have it. You know what I'm like.
Yeah. But even just spending it on first games, I wish I could do that, but I can't. Even just
This was like 12 quid or something. And that was with the DLC. And if I really wanted to, I could sell it to CEX for £7 and then I've only paid £5. But I don't want to do that, I want to keep it. If nothing else, because my friends might ever want to play it, and if I've got the version with the DLC, that's just better. What am I trying to do here? Sell some crap.
and lie down for a bit and then
Run out of inventory space. Sell all my crap because it's getting on my nerves that I don't have enough inventory space.
right, yeah, go lie downstairs. Lie down upstairs for a bit. I'll just close the door, is that okay?
Yeah, whatever. Where's the ones I just bought? Down here. Yes? Did I just buy a whole bunch of these? Where's the bows I just got out of here? $45 freeze. Oh, that's much better. never used those corruption ones though. Probably never will, honestly. Which difference does handling really even make? Shock. Some damage. That boat doesn't have freezers and equipment though. But I would lose 1 point, so I'll gain. Sell crap stuff. That's a big number increase. Oh, itchy, yeah. quite like the fire arrow being on the bottom, I think. I don't ever use that one. Yeah, I don't really use them. Right, so both better weapons. Can I fast travel there? Of course I can, that would be useful.
South suffer their own sort of corruption. I wonder what sort of challenge they present. Good to see you.
Here, up and over.
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? When don't I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
You can hear them. They envy you. What did they say?
I'm not sure yet, Maria.
I was thinking, actually.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there, but machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. I can hold my own. And so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead. Pipes, towers, steam, frost. What's on this floor?
this way years ago. Cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but I may be able to stay hidden.
Not all threats can be first. Beware stalkers.
Here I am.
Your word.
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw, so that it'll be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? The firebreak has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive. Even for the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
I'll find a use for you. Is this a projector?
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Ourea. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through. There. Below. Toward the mountain. We will this time. We have to.
Can't get much hotter. I hope.
The geothermal plant can be suspended. Cooling system masked. Massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? All we need to do is install Anita's mysterious software and have a conversation. It's not even a human being, right?
Oh, I didn't press hold. I didn't hold even.
More machines. Make ready. with songs of deeds. But that battle was a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
Let's find out.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes. Finish this.
That's still not the points to do anything with.
All right. Here we go. This way. Can't see a way to close the vent from here. I'll have to go over.
I'm with you, brother. We'll stay only as long as we have to.
We need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Oh. Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Better time this right.
Oh, well.
Layers should get me across.
Oh, she's in the air.
Now to show us that vent. Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
find the platform first.
I wonder if my focus can pick anything up.
Sure it can.
This should get me up there. Okay, let's see what this does.
Probably just make a bridge.
That's it. Here they come.
Can't reach that.
Aloy will see us through. Somehow.
Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. I think.
Ow. What did you shoot it with?
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the Dinger named it.
Ah, little girl, hello. Don't mind if I do.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hostile. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their file.
Spirit speaks to us. It's recorded. Hephaestus. But it was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes. I don't know what's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if messages.
Oh, you're right. Let's get moving. Try to find a way through.
Let's try using, where is it? Ice thing. Oh. Oh, that's not fair.
I'll try to find a way through. Anyway, I'm gonna have time to do this, but we'll try. Oh, really? Oh god, that was...
on that bit. No! I fell off a fucking edge. Oh god. Oh, fuck. Wasn't that where I was going?
Fire is hot.
Bollocks. Ah, deep shame. I don't imagine it'll have saved after I'd killed the monsters either. We'll see. Nope. Bollocks. Ah, it's fine. Oh, maybe it has. Oh, so I could drop down to there from here. Right, okay. It has. Remember that I killed the baddies, I believe. That's good. Oh, where? Oh, where?
I need to get Araya and Aratak across.
Nearly fell in the lava again.
That should do it.
Okay.
And now it's my turn.
Oh, voice log thing. Oh no, it's a written log. I don't care enough to read them.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility, while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us. We're looking for a way to defeat the Daemon. Maybe I found one.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh swarm is coming. Has to be what Nita's trying to hide Firebreak from. That means she thinks we'll lose. Let the swarm reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Looks like I'll have to go over.
And badly. Whoops. Oh, fuck off. That's not fair. I don't think that was that big of a fall. Maybe it was, but... Oh, at least it's back here. Oh, thanks, game. Thanks so fucking much. Oh. Ooh, look. No, in the right place.
That should cut off the vent up there.
Find a way.
Yeah. I got fucked up. Oh well. Yep, I fucked up. Oh well. Fine, I guess. You could have dropped on the less dramatic bit, you suckers. Just grabbed up the little line part instead of the circle part. Oh, was I not use that to get around there? Oh well. That would have really sucked if she died there. No! Oh god.
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
This looks like the old path.
Last exchange with Neva.
Close now.
Via chat attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. I'll never see her again. I've got to tell her that too.
Voice of Damon. The altar.
Is the spirit present? Only the demon.
It's both. But we have to find out.
Light bubbles.
Possible security event detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security event confirmed.
That won't work, it goes to the broken one. That work? Maybe? No? How do I have to do this? That's correct, isn't it? So I just gotta go back to the source. That's how it works. No. to a broken one. That doesn't help. But do I need to touch all of them? Is that what the problem is? That can't lead anywhere. It doesn't help anyone. Ah, maybe. That dies. Doesn't work. That doesn't work. That then breaks this flow. I'm confused. The last several of these I did were really easy. Oh, does it have to go in the back of it this way? Ah. Okay, I think I understand now. Right, okay. Doesn't work though. At least the path non-work. That doesn't work, so that one can't be used. It has to be this one. That doesn't connect to anything. Eh? That doesn't work, I don't understand. computer didn't make it work. No, of course not. So it needs to go this way. That needs to connect to that. Hang on. That do it? Yep. Okay.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
That took way longer than it should have.
Light. It's Ourea, your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Ourea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal constraint. One has been exposed, but I am improving.
Unauthorized protocol returned. Scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
What will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself.
It's not gonna work. She won't want to do that.
I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Quite clearly lava, but okay, I can't fight on that. Oh dear. Oh, Okay.
Cyan said something about restraints. I either need to destroy this thing or override it. That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Fine, I suppose I'll try and use the ice thing. Ice rail. How do you actually shoot with this thing? Oh, it's slow as fuck. gonna get mauled before I can do this, I think. Oh, we'll see. Such a thing as an ice trap anyway? There is not.
Must be as you say. The tower is the key.
Such a hassle.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative.
You can do it, Aloy.
Building hardware network.
Maria! Don't! Spirit!
Anyone please help me?
Who's gonna die?
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained.
Oh, she's not dead.
I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. Aratak. Aratak.
Just sling her over your shoulder.
Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
Oh, loading screen.
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai! Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Pigment there though. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Oh.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Need a wee.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Ourea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Ourea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Ourea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Ourea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Ourea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. it forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge, and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell. And after that, the dark. And may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Ourea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Ourea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes. It was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Faro was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
The benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Faro spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, He was fated in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues, or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced, and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Hello, Aloy.
There is, Cyan. Okay, Cyan.
I hope we can resume our
My chieftain.
Just... Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Ourea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Werak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Yeah. So what other trophies are there then? Maybe I'll be able to find other side quests just by zooming now. Question. I feel like there'll probably be another side quest over here. Let's go find out. Really not a new side quest though. Surely there is. It's gonna annoy me having all these icons here. Decent completion there. I'll get off this for now.